Wow. I just realized something amazing. See, Sonic is blue. So to paint him, you'd use blue paint. That's so cool. Alright, Act 3. And even though I love all these Halaska levels, I'm not gonna lie, this one can be kind of annoying, but I still love it. It can be kind of annoying, but yes, I still love it. Yeah. I mean, trust me, the nighttime levels in this game can get very challenging. I think this is like, this level is what I consider the brink. This is probably your first really challenging nighttime level. The first two in this world were kind of hard, and that last one, and you know what? Now that I think about it, this one's not that hard. I mean, I don't know. Do you want to call the last one hard just because that one platforming section is easy to make mistakes? I swear my first time I honestly couldn't beat this one. So this is called the Temple of Ice. So, and it's a lot, this level, I really like it because it's really puzzle-based. Yeah. So you step on this switch here in order to shut everything off, spikes, ice, everything. Imagine when I still hadn't figured out how to do it. There's one level in the 7th continent. I think it's the 7th, yeah. I think I know where all the items are. Yeah, I do. No worries. And then we get the closest thing we have to a 2D werehog level right here. Where there's a lot of swinging on poles. And if that thing freezes you, it will cost you valuable time. By the way, target time for this level, 8 minutes. And I'll be honest, you're probably not going to crush that time. I don't know, I've never really speedran this level, but this isn't really the kind of level you can just run through. Like, the werehog levels, it's not like they're slow paced. Only occasionally are they actually slow paced, but you know, I think I'm about to say something and people are going to hate me for... Oh wait, that's right, nobody watches this. I don't think this is any more fast-paced than Sonic Colors. I mean, any more slow-paced than Sonic Colors. Great, I just screwed up my iconic quote, so let's give it again. Let's give it another go. I'm going to say something that a lot of people aren't going to like. I think that these levels are just about as fast-paced as the levels in Sonic Colors. Yeah, you heard me. The levels in Sonic Colors were all about stepping on switches and waiting for platforms. I mean, what's the difference? In this game, you punch people? Like, are you serious? That's why you don't like it. And ironically, after just giving that big speech, we're now in the only part of the game I don't really like. Well, no, that's the wrong word. It's not that I don't like it, it's just, there's only one problem I have with the werehog levels, and this level is the perfect demonstration. As you see, we have to walk along a narrow passage. Now that's fine, but how do you usually walk around narrow passages like this? As you see, I just fell. And the reason for that is because to dash, you double tap, which is fine, but if you're walking across a narrow passage and you're like trying to do this to get across, well, you're going to dash. Now, if you only go like a little bit each time like this, you're not going to dash. But if you do that and then hold it, you will. Like, I can't even demonstrate, but trust me, you're going to dash when you don't want to. And once again, you got like enemies here, like... Oh, you're kidding me. At least we killed the bat. Yeah, that's the thing they did with this level, and they do it some more with enemies that are only there to get in your way and not there for you to defeat. Although you can defeat them. They come back. So I guess you get an unlimited supply of Dark Gaia Force. So, but even if you're just holding it and running, which is the best thing to do, or walking normally, it's you know, it's still kind of fast. I did better that time than I usually do. And now that I think about it, level 2 of Chunnan is probably a much better example. Something I think is really interesting about the nighttime levels is that you know, I'm not going to say that, because that involves me talking about later levels, and why would I do that now? The thing was, I remember how, like, it took me so long to do that, and I was so shocked there was more to the level, but, I mean, yeah, target time is 8 minutes. Yeah, I mean, it really does feel like a temple, like, with all these passageways. It's really cool, this level. It's just, I just had a bad history with it. Now, has there been something missing from this level? Something that we usually see in the nighttime levels? I don't know. Yeah, this! A fight! Yeah, we're almost at the end of the level. This is the first and only fight, but it's a doozy. So there's really no reason for us not to use Unleash mode here. So you kill these, and now we got 2 of these. And since we're in Unleash mode, we definitely want to use our punches. And our power level's gone up too, so we'll beat them a lot easier than we did in Chunan. Even though there are 2 of them, this is still a much easier fight than Chunan, especially since it's in a wide open room or an arena and you can't fall. Whoa, we actually got pretty low on health, so never mind. Just to those bombs. Oh shoot, I might die. Oh, I'm not gonna die, am I? There we go. Okay, target time's 8 minutes, and for some reason, this final stretch of the level, I love. It's just like, there's nothing to do except for just run to the end, but it's just like the end on the Great Wall on Chunan. In this case, we're running down a long alleyway, although I'm making it a little less epic because you want to break every single icicle. And those were the nighttime levels of Halaska. They didn't really seem to last that long. In fact, I'm pretty sure the daytime levels took more videos. And we're only 8 minutes into this one, so we have time to do something else. And there's definitely something else to do. So yeah, the total of 10 items in Halaska, and those 3 in the last level were by far the easiest ones to get. Because the only one that's even hidden is that first one. And it's not that bad. Oh. Hold up. Yeah, my memory's a bit fuzzy. Just a little bit. Yeah. You can't just do it like you do. I'm sorry I skipped the text, but, I mean, come on, did they really have to do that? I was all in the mood to fight the boss. And like I said in the last video, this boss is ridiculously easy. Are you serious? We gotta go back to the village. Well, I guess nobody was kidnapped this time. I liked it better when people were kidnapped, because then we didn't have to do all this. So we gotta find someone who can put the planet tablet. Huh, I wonder where we go. Jari Pekka. Probably thought I was just a doddering old man, but of course. Well, it's a good thing there's one person in this small village that can put it together, because if no one could, we'd be screwed. But that's just the kind of video game logic that happens. And this game is not even a Nintendo game. I mean, it's for a Nintendo console, but it's also for several different consoles. It wasn't made by Nintendo. One of my favorite third-party games, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a lot of non-Nintendo games I would really like. I mean, I guess this might even be my favorite one. Nah, Okami, man. Okami's amazing. But, you know, this is awesome too, and as is Epic Mickey. On other consoles, They're all the Rareware games, though. So yeah, Donkey Kong 64 and all that, Donkey Kong Country. Huh. This is the only cutscene that takes place in Alaska. We didn't see our last boss have an introduction. We will later, because you can look at all. That's what we're getting all these secret movies for. This is the Dark Moray. Maybe even Chip could beat this thing. So yeah, it's really big, it's really dark, and the levels to get to him weren't particularly easy. So you got an eel with an ice. Now he's surrounded by a force field. So yeah, even though he looks really threatening, trust me, this is by far the easiest boss there is in the nighttime levels. First of all, right now, he can't even harm us. It's just these enemies, and they're not gonna really do much. So you break all of these things, and I didn't really read what target time was, sorry. And then, once you're here, you go after this, you freeze them, and get your punches in. And that actually doesn't hurt you, that's part of a cutscene. This sends you back here. In fact, my goal is actually to do this without taking any damage at all. Yeah. The bosses in this game kind of remind me of the bosses in Donkey Kong 64, just because of the way that they make you, like, you know, pick things up and throw them. Wow, it seems like there were even less that time. Oh no! Oh, that's right. He's got one on his back this time. There we go. We might even be able to beat this guy in 2 rounds. Too bad we can't get Gaia Force from those guys. No, I think that it's required 3 rounds. So we took damage. Oh well. Boom! And okay, as you see, he now actually attacks us. He spits out ice balls that freeze upon impact, so that even after they land, they can still hurt you. And I think the reason it's so much easier than the other boss is because not because it's easier to dodge him at all, even though he doesn't even attack you in the first 2 parts, but because it's easier to get hits on him in the first place. I mean, yeah, you've got this force field, but it's pretty much a guarantee. All you gotta do is punch the things down. In the other one, you had to worry about dodging his attacks and getting that barrel up. So yeah, it does kind of become busy, but don't worry at all. Oh shoot. Oh, that's not good. It's supposed to freeze him. If I have to do a 4th phase of this, I'm gonna be pretty pissed. Okay, he should be dead really soon. Okay. If I could beat him in the last phase without even... Oh my god, if I freaking die... Okay, he's dead, he's dead. Yes, he's dead. What? Oh my god. Yes, oh my god. I remember this guy being really easy. Huh. I kept saying how easy he was. And I almost died. It's my own carelessness. Hey, we beat him. At least it was exciting. So I guess this is technically in Alaska, but I wouldn't be surprised if they reuse these cutscenes and just change some of the colors around. So now, after this, every continent we've been to has been restored. So that means now, instead of skipping around anymore, we go to some new continent now. So yeah, I kind of get why we didn't have to restore Apatow, because if you restore something to Apatow, because, like, let's pretend you're doing a puzzle. When you put the first piece in, you're already going to have 2 to start. And this is being compared to a puzzle. Alright, so is it time to go back to see the professor? I say it is. Ah, Sonic, once again your timing is good. After some consideration, I've decided to move the lab. I'm packing now. My ongoing analysis has uncovered your next destination, Shamar. The Gaia manuscripts contain a rich record of Shamar. A direct investigation of this historical town should reveal even more. Their base of operations must now shift from Spagonia to Shamar. I always thought this was really funny. I mean, what other game does this? Like, what other game has, like the person that you keep going back to move? I mean, I guess it's just to be more efficient, because by now we're pretty much done with Spagonia. Aside from the Gaia Gates things. Whoa. Ah, so there's that big machine Eggman built to gather everything. I wanted to end the video now and start the next continent, Shamar, in the next video, but we gotta do this.
Perspective. An idea worthy of Dr. Eggman. Super genius. Your skill at self-aggrandizement is unparalleled. Silence! Activate the Dark Gaia fusion furnace. And while you're at it, get those energy conversion circuits warmed up. Understood. Commencing Project Dark Gaia. Requesting final clearance. Granted. Finally, my ambitions will be achieved.
So now we finally get to go somewhere new for the first time since part 10. I mean, we're almost twice that. So Shamar, you might even be able to see it, but it's based off of Egypt. And if you look at the back of the box in the daytime levels, this is the one you're going to see. So this is Shamar, huh? Ooh, it's hot. We'll just find out how hot in the next video.